Look at a major architectural structure like this building. The massive investment in its walls, interiors, and foundations relies entirely on one primary line of defense to keep the elements out: the roof. Throwing a few sheets of corrugated metal over a frame might look simple from the ground, but setting load-bearing trusses and perfectly aligning metal sheeting requires exacting mathematical precision. Underneath those visible layers is a complex mechanical system of weatherproofing. If those waterproofing membranes are layered out of sequence, trapped moisture begins to silently rot the structural timber from the inside out. Ultimately, a multi-million rand development is only as secure as the technical competence of the person hammering the highest nail. When that installation is handed over to unqualified labor, the errors compound quickly. A roof built with 0-degree fall or with improper material overlaps allows water to defy gravity and climb upward into the building through capillary action. Add a high-veld thunderstorm to the mix, and the physical consequences are severe. Weak fixings will pull away completely in high winds, while improperly sealed flashing turns minor rain into major interior flooding. Property owners face sudden financial ruin when structural failures necessitate a total roof replacement. They must strip away ruined materials and vacate the building entirely while the core of the structure is rebuilt. South Africa's rigorous trade certification process serves as the engineered defense against these preventable hazards, ensuring those building our overhead protection have been formally trained and tested. Gaining that qualification requires completing what is known as the dual system approach. This is a mandatory rotation through 3 distinct phases: theoretical study, practical workshop exercises, and real-world workplace exposure. Over a 3-year period, an apprentice constantly cycles between the classroom environment at a training college and an active construction site. This training pipeline is guided by the Construction Education and Training Authority, or CETA, which oversees the sector's specific learnerships. Meanwhile, the exact standards the apprentice must meet to pass their final exams are set by a different body, the National Artisan Moderation Body, known as NAMB. Finally, under the Skills Development Act, the Quality Council for Trades and Occupations, or QCTO, acts as the ultimate legal authority. They are the only entity mandated to issue the final trade certificate. This multi-layered oversight acts as a strict filter. By the time a certified roofer steps onto your property, their skills have been vetted by 3 independent levels of quality assurance. During those 3 years of training, the National Qualifications Framework requires apprentices to master heavy technical skills. They learn to interpret architectural blueprints and accurately calculate the load distribution for heavy concrete tiles versus lightweight steel sheeting. Next comes the hands-on mastery. They must prove they can properly align gutter systems, apply weatherproofing membranes flawlessly, and install the intricate flashing details that seal a roof's weakest joints. And they have to execute all of this while suspended dozens of meters in the air. Fall prevention and hazard awareness are absolute requirements on these exposed, vertical job sites. You will see certified professionals locked into safety harnesses and working from properly erected scaffolding to ensure total compliance with national health and safety standards. Before a candidate can even sit for their final exam, they must prove their readiness on paper. They submit an artisan portfolio folder containing their ID, school records, and every signed training certificate. This document is a curriculum breakdown showing the mandatory workplace modules. The candidate must log highly specific hours, days, and NQF credits for every technical task to prove they have sufficient on-site exposure. There is also an alternative path for veterans of the trade. Individuals who have years of practical experience but lack formal qualifications can enter through the Artisan Recognition of Prior Learning, or ARPL, process. This is a sample recognition of prior learning registration form. It shows the depth of documentary proof required, including sworn affidavits from supervisors and detailed competency tables, before an experienced worker can be admitted to the trade test. Once their paperwork is approved, candidates report to an accredited trade test center. Here, they undergo a grueling, multi-day assessment, combining theoretical exams with intense formative and summative practical tests. After passing the physical test, a strict countdown begins. Within 5 working days, the center sends the results to the CETA. By day 15, the documents reach NAM for a quality check. Finally, within 21 days of receiving the recommendation, the QCTO issues the official certificate. The person holding that document has proven their competence against the highest national standards. A QCTO certified roofer is the engineered frontline defense protecting every person and structure under the South African sky.